Good morning, folks. This is Antoine from Two Branch Farm, and I wanted to send you all a quick update. Um, we are actually live on the solar. Finished it up yesterday. Had had some time, or I just took time yesterday, and got everything wired up. And you can see the cables running in between. They're all tied together. They're actually tied together in series. So this is the part where I explain that we made a mistake. So as it turns out, wiring our panels in series doesn't work for us and for our setup because we only have one 12-volt battery. And the thing about wiring your solar panels in series is that it makes your voltage additive and it keeps your amperage the same. So in our case, we were producing way too many volts with the solar panels, and my app was telling me, as well as the screen was telling me, that yeah, something is wrong, way too much voltage. So we had to switch them to wiring them in parallel. And what happens when you wire them in parallel is that it keeps the voltage the same, but it makes the amperage additive, and that works for our setup. So our bad, mistake on our part, but it's a learning experience. Luckily, we didn't damage anything. We hope. So back to your video already in progress. You can see the copper cable that's attached to the bottom of the frames. They are grounding cable. Come over here to the grounding rod, and then you can see I have a ground running from inside from the inverter. And let's take you all inside. All right. So cleaned up a lot of stuff since the last time, last video. Everything's up and running. You can see it's cloudy outside, but you can see that we are producing some solar energy. Not a lot, but we are producing some. But let's walk you through the setup really quick. So we have an AGM battery down here. It's a solid sealed AGM battery, large battery. I definitely want to upgrade these to lithium, but this is what I had at the moment. Lithium batteries were quite expensive. But everything we have runs through bus bars. You see, this is our positive bus bar. This is our negative bus bar. Bus bar is just a place for you to run like a common negative, common ground, and or should I say common negative and common positive, and then it lets you branch off and run other devices off of those items. So this is our on and off switch. So if I ever wanted to come in and kill the battery from everything, powering everything in here, including the charge controller up here, I can just flip this switch, kill it, and then you can see here off this bus bar, we're running power to the inverter. This is the inverter back here, and it has a 250 amp fuse that's tied into it for some safety. And then you can see the negative running off back here as well. I probably need to get a cover for this so don't actually come in and lay hands on it and lay across it or something. And then here's the inverter. So it's running. No sound at all. It's cold outside, so fans won't be running. And then here's the green ground wire that runs outside. So I'll get some sealant put in this hole. Same thing with this hole. This comes from the solar panels outside. The rest of it is pretty straightforward at this point. So now we're running over to the charge controller. This is a fuse for it, also a switch, so I can at any point I can come in and kill the power. Kill the power from the charge controller to the battery. I can turn that all on and off if I need to, and that'll turn off the charge controller. And then I have a breaker from the outside. So this comes from the solar panels. So at any point I want to kill the power coming in from the solar panels, I can turn it off, or if anything crazy happens, it'll out from outside, it'll trip, and that way we don't fry up anything in here. But that's really it for now. It's a cloudy day outside. It had been raining most of the morning, so we hadn't produced that much power. But can't wait to see a sunny day and see how much power we can produce on this thing. All right. Thank you all for hanging out. Later.